Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, Russian Defense Minister, his counterpart Andrei Belosov laid the wreath at the National War Memorial just a short while ago. These are the live pictures that had just come in from the capital. Very crucial as India and Russia are going to be now looking at very key deals that they're going to look at. We're also going to be seeing the key intergovernment cooperation, intergovernment commission that's going to be looking at detailed meetings that are going to be held between the two defense ministers today. We're also going to be looking at the strategic partnership that's been in place since 2000. Remember, this is extremely critical to understand because as the defense minister arrived in Delhi, he's going to be co-chairing the key meeting on military cooperation with our Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. During this meeting, Rajnath Singh and Belosov, Russian defense minister, are also going to be reviewing the multifaceted ties between the two nations. We can see both of them there at the National War Memorial. Let me go across first to our senior executive editor, Abhishek, and my colleague Ishan joining us. Abhishek, I want to come across to you. For several days, we've been seeing you've been having a word with the embassy officials. Abhishek, what are you picking up on the importance of this key meeting?
Well, this is just ahead of the annual summit meeting between the respective leaders, President Putin of Russia and Prime Minister Modi of India, that happens in New Delhi tomorrow. And this is essentially about an appraisal of the defense partnership, which is a key component of the overall architecture of India-Russia relationship rhythm. The fact that even now, despite some changes over the last decade, almost 40% of Indian military hardware is of Russian vintage, from our T-90 Bhisham tanks to the MiGs, to Sukhois, to the BrahMos and the S-400s. So, this all this one needs to be maintained, refurbished, upgraded, and two, the offers that the Russian delegation has come up with an offer for Su-57s, for example, Russia's fifth generation fighter aircraft, Sukhoi 57. And then, of course, we want more of S-400s. The already existing order still needs to be completed. We had ordered 5, we have 3, we need 2 more, and the Russians have delayed it. All those things are going to be a very important part of the conversation that's going to take place as we speak. In fact, it should have begun between Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and his Russian counterpart Andrei Belosov. And the fact that they have this part of the delegation has come in advance and they are having this dialogue, which means that there is an element of prep so that whatever decisions are taken in this, we are told that a decision might not be taken, for example, on Sukhoi 57s, but a deal is finalized on nuclear submarines worth about $2 billion. That might be part of the announcement tomorrow. So, final touches to that. Then taking forward the conversation on the possibility of an upgrade from S-400s, which again, remember I mentioned still need to be completely delivered, to an upgrade to S-500, which is a concept weapon system which the Russians have readied, but then and a very advanced version of S-400s, which can go much higher in terms of its missile capabilities. But then Russians have to first deliver on what they have already taken money for. So I think in that sense, it's going to be a very important dialogue, India-Russia defense dialogue that's taking place as we speak. And as I mentioned, a couple of deals to be finalized, talks to take things forward on S-400 delivery, upgrade to S-500 if it happens in future, not now. And then, of course, the talk of Sukhoi 57, a possibility of manufacturing in India, the fact that India already has an ecosystem existing for Sukhois over the last 2.5 decades and more, which means that if you look at it for the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, for example, for the Indian Air Force, it would just be an upgrade in terms of training, maintenance, manufacture, etc. If the technology transfer that Russians are promising really happens. So it's a very important gap in India's overall Air Force architecture, the 5th generation aircraft. We have a choice between F-35, which the Americans have offered, and of course the Russians now making Sukhoi 57s available, but with much larger component of tech transfer. And as it goes with American weapon systems, the kill switch there with them, which they control, and the kind of limited tech transfer that they do. So that choice, of course, it's a part of larger conversation happening in India's defense establishment as to which option we should exercise. But dialogue, of course, has to happen even before, that stage is reached where you are looking at AO and assessment of necessity, as it is called, and then you go into finer details of testing, etc. It's much earlier than that, but some dialogue has to happen, and which is going to happen.